It was just a matter of time, right? Just a matter of time before we made a video talking about how dominant this player has been. You know him, you love him, he is a part of the most famous hockey family trio in the sport at the moment. He is on the cover of the NHL video game. Today we are heading over to New Jersey and talking about one of the subjects of one of the first viral hockey videos that I ever made. Yeah, today we're talking about Luke Hughes, and in fact, I wanted to give a shout out to myself as well. A little bit of a pat on the back, as I would say, because one of the earlier, more viral videos that I had posted on this YouTube channel about hockey, of course, I have other videos on the channel that are pretty successful, mostly from Gutterball and Facebook Messenger Soccer, but one of the earlier semi-viral hockey commentaries that we made on this YouTube channel was talking about Luke Hughes when he was a defenseman for the Little Caesars U15 AAA minor hockey team in the Greater Toronto area. Yeah, we've been talking about this guy forever, and he was 15 back when we made that video. It was also, of course, a hot topic because back in that time frame, both of Hughes' brothers were already drafted into the National Hockey League, or actually no, I think it was only Quinn at that time. Oh yeah, right, that video was made before the 2019 draft, so Jack Hughes obviously was all the rage. Quinn had already been drafted by Vancouver and had a stellar draft plus 1 year in the NCAA, and hockey fans from around the globe were like, oh, there's a third one. That's crazy. And now, Luke Hughes, it's been 5 years since we made that last video, and Luke Hughes is a part of the New Jersey Devils, drafted 4th overall by the team that drafted his brother 1st overall in 2019, and Hughes now is 21 years old, 6'2", 198, a left-handed dude. He is the tallest, the biggest of the Hughes bros, and he has been getting some pretty good results lately. In fact, we made a video just a few days ago talking about how Quinn and Luke were both listed as some of the best defensemen in the league in the NHL's Team of the Week in December. It was kind of ridiculous seeing how good Quinn and Luke both were, as they were both the top 2 guys. But now, the point production is really backing it up as well. Take a look at this. Luke Hughes this season has a whopping 17 points in 29 games. He's on pace for 43 points over 73 games. He did miss a few with injury, which would be around the same point production metric as he had last season. 47 points in 82 games played as a member of the Devils in his freshman year. However, if you head over to his game log, you will see that Luke Hughes, while he has been given some nights with varying degrees of ice time, he has still been going out there and producing mega points the past little while here. Spanning back to December 14th, 2024, Luke Hughes has himself 2, 4, 6, 8 points in his most recent 6 games. Now, I guess it helps that the Devils have been an absolute wagon. Meyer, Brott, Jack Hughes, Hischier, they've all been going out there and producing some big numbers. They've been suffocating offense from the opposite teams. Jacob Markstrom made 2 straight 12-save shutouts, and then he had himself a 9-whatever save percentage in the 4-2 win against Carolina the other night too. New Jersey has been on a heater, and Luke Hughes has been one of these guys who has benefited the most from this transition. Some of these games he's getting 18, 19 minutes, 17, but there are other games like the 4-2 regulation loss against Columbus where Luke Hughes had 2 points and he played 26 minutes. He's been given more of a role, more responsibility, he's been playing better. He was the 2nd best defenseman of the week a few weeks ago, only second to his brother Quinn. And the funny part is, if you take a look at what Luke Hughes was doing earlier on in the season when he wasn't producing as many points as he is right now, there still were some really good things to pay attention to. Like this. This was posted onto the R New Jersey Devils subreddit from a few weeks ago, so before he ended up starting this entire scoring run, but Luke Hughes and his defensive metrics are really good. This was posted a month ago by Cornia81. I'm sure everyone predicted that Luke would be a legit shutdown D-man. And if you take a look at this, I mean, this is the, the Natural Stat Trick Andy and Rono Advanced Analytics Scouting Card. Luke Hughes, at this time, had only 6 points in 18 games, but he was playing first pairing time on ice minutes and was a top 4 percentile player in terms of overall defensive impact. His offense was in the bottom half of the league. He only had a 32 rating, but his defense had a 96 rating. Sure, you can debate that his role difficulty wasn't too high. He wasn't really being given the most difficult matchups earlier on in the year, but he was still doing incredible things with them. And there are a lot of comments over here talking about how Brett Pesce has been a really good D partner for Luke Hughes, just that calming defensive presence on the right side, allowing Luke to do his thing. And furthermore, I think the coaching staff also has to do with this too. There's a comment that I wanted to read for you here in this video. C. Tega says, "It's funny because it's not even just Luke getting way better defensively either. The Athletic put out a playoff report article today, and a chunk of their discussion on the Devils was about how much better Jack Hughes has gotten defensively under Keefe too. Chief Keefe is really great at getting all players to round out their game, Jack especially. That's the biggest difference. Keefe came in saying that he knew this team was offensively talented. He gave them a defensive structure that supports their abilities on offense. Jack and Brott having speed and great IQ on offense has now translated to defense. We can see Jack try to pick spots he's supposed to go to intercept passes, and he's been doing that amazingly well. We saw Brott last year start to PK, and it has turned him into a great two-way player too." And so, when Luke Hughes had a really strong, offensively productive season last year, the immediate change under Keefe at the beginning of the season to see him become a more defensively minded guy, not even really minded, but just kind of a defensively successful guy, was an intriguing change. And now, it's been partway through the season, Luke Hughes has started to get his stride back. He started to score points whilst being good defensively. He's looking even more like he could be better than we may have ever thought. Now sure, the top power play defenseman on the New Jersey Devils is not Luke Hughes. It is still Dougie Hamilton who's getting those minutes. Okay, that's not surprising. He's there. Luke is on the second pairing, or the second unit, excuse me, with Dawson Mercer and Timo Meier and Paul Cotter. But Luke, at 21 years of age, is still doing some incredible work, and he's progressing at a rate that I think many of us are kind of surprised about. Now, if you wanted to compare 1-to-1, let's go Jack Hughes versus Luke Hughes in terms of their age-by-age, year-by-year progression. Right now, Luke Hughes is in his 21-year-old season. When Quinn Hughes was in his 21-year-old season, he posted up 41 points in 56 games played. So right now, Luke is not on pace to besting out his older brother's point production pace at the same age, but there still is some optimism there. In fact, I would say it's a little bit more diverse when you look at age 20, because at age 20, Quinn Hughes had 53 points in 68 games and was a point per game in the playoffs. Meanwhile, Luke had 47 points in 82 games. So, of course, Quinn's 20-year-old year got shut down due to COVID. Luke played the full season, had fewer points, and had a lower minus rating as well, which is unfortunate, but then again, the Devils were kind of whack last year. But I want you to let me know your thoughts in the comment section below about Luke Hughes and the crazy way he has been progressing. I'm not going to definitively go out there and say that Luke Hughes still has what it takes to be better than Quinn long-term, to best out his older brother, and to be the best out of the three Hughes bros, because Quinn being a legit Hart Norris candidate this season is kind of a high bar. But for Luke, right now, he certainly is one of these guys that long-term, if he develops into a lankier, kind of more offensively poised version of a Zach Werenski, I think you're looking at a real winner here for the New Jersey Devils. Who knows if Quinn is going to become a free agent and sign with this team as well in the offseason in 2027? Who really knows? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section about Luke Hughes and the way he has progressed. I hope you enjoyed this video. And bye.